Hey guys, Ryan here, and today we are going to be broadcasting once again for the Fire Cup series here on YouTube, as we are going to be getting ready to go racing at Atlanta um in their first race of the round of 6. This race will be the first race that will start to tell us whom will or will not potentially advance to the Championship 4 at Michigan here in a few weeks. So, of course, we're going to be getting ready to go. But, of course, before all that, we are going to play the national anthem here. So, just one second as I forgot where I put the file or where I put the play button. So, but yeah, so tonight, though, we're racing at Atlanta. Then we got Chicagoland and Iowa, which will determine the championship 4 there. Um, and I say 3 fairly worn out tracks, actually, ironically. I don't even think we planned on it being 3 very worn out tracks. But in the end, it was 3 very worn out tracks that are going to decide it. So we're looking forward to it. And there it is. So here we go. We're going to start off, though, before we get anything else going underway. We would like you guys to rise and remove your hats. Excited. You should be getting ready for the green flag here pretty soon, as we are already probably, I think a lot of us, me included, are very excited for this one. And wow, we got 4 people watching. Wow, that's a lot of people for one of my streams. And we got one over on the Facebook stream. Hey, I'll take what I can get. But yeah, so thank you guys for everybody that's showing up here to Atlanta Motor Speedway, or the virtual Atlanta Motor Speedway. Of course, we're not. I'm up here in the middle of freezing Maine, broadcasting you guys this race here from the virtual Atlanta Motor Speedway. How nice it would be to be down there right now. But we can't be there for real, so we're gonna be there here. We're gonna be there virtually here tonight, from the Atlanta Motor Speedway. So hopefully you guys are excited and along for the ride. Hey, Bones App, nice to see you. And here we go, getting ready for the green flag. Green flag's out, and Dodge Dakota rockets away from the pole position. Gonna try and see if he can lead it into this round very strong. Comes in the leader by having the most playoff points in a crash in the back of the field. I was gonna start getting into this one, and JP has already managed to wreck. Are you kidding me? And who was that he wrecked with? Was that, looks like Laggy was involved. I don't know who that other yellow car was. Oh, it looks like that was Will Bob in the, 64. There we go. Then we got, looks like the 3 might have taken the lead, though I think that might have just been from the 9 backing. Yeah, it looks like that might have been just from the 9 backing down for the caution flag. That is a very Denny Hamlin scheme there. Just gonna really quickly grab the phone, go text Warrior, see if that is a Denny Hamlin scheme before I go and make a fool out of myself by calling it a Denny Hamlin scheme when it clearly is something else. Let's see. But yeah, so definitely though, actually it might not be a Denny Hamlin scheme. It might just happen to be purple and black. But let me see. So here we go. Looks like the 3 car was the only driver to stay out, so we got a lot of other guys coming down pit road here. That wasn't the Russian anthem. I'm saying, if you knew the difference, you'd know that that was not the Russian national anthem. And I say, if we were racing in Russia, I would have played both the U.S. national anthem for this being America's largest motorsport, and I would have played the Russian national anthem because we're on their turf. But we're not, so we're racing in the good old USA for the Folds of Honor Quick Trip 500 here from Atlanta Motor Speedway, presented by 2J Construction. So looks like a lot of these guys trying to race up there to catch back up with Warriors. Warriors pacing the field right now. Of course, being the only guy to stay out, and especially at this track, that is a very risky move whenever you decide to not pit at a track like this one. You're asking for some sort of trouble because, man, that never seems to go well. Not pitting at Atlanta, even though it was only about a half a lap to a lap of good, hard, serious racing. You certainly wear out your tires in a hurry here. So here we go. The field's going to be lining up here behind the 3. To be honest, he might be thinking track position is going to be key, because I'll be honest, in qualifying, it seemed, or in the practice sessions and qualifying that we ran earlier, it was definitely looked like it was hard to pass. So here we go. Looks like the 95 might be choosing to try and maybe not trying to figure out what he's doing. Looks like he's taking the spot back. Might have been just grabbing another sip of his beer, because I'm sure, knowing him, I guarantee he's got a Bush or some other type of drink in his hand here as we're getting ready to go for the restart there. Of course, he's driving the Barstool car. That's so typical. On the inside of the Bush car. But here we go. Front row, though, that's the 3 of Warrior, and he's going to try and get away with this one. And Gull as well getting up in there. And now the 95 taking some points away as well, so that could very well play impactful here. Of course, this is only the first of 3 races, but every point can matter, and both of those front 2 being up there, especially for the number 10, he's only in by 2 points over the 18, so he definitely needs a good day here. And JP in the number 18 goes slide through the grass. He is backwards, and he saves it down the pit road. Not really a great place to save it, because you're kind of not really supposed to be there, but yeah, so he went and sped it. He went down there. He won't get a speeding penalty because he did not hit the line. He will be able to manually drive his way back up here, but he will be significantly behind the pack. Though granted, with the way they're driving, I wouldn't expect this pack to stay packed up very long. We got the number 4 and the number 73 up here racing it out. And the 4 actually seems to have some pace. Wow, I'm just kind of surprised by that, considering he just kind of didn't really get to see much of him in practice, and when we ran qualifying, I really wasn't able to get a good look at his car before I had to go, and my headset ran out of batteries. So Will Bob, though, had a bit of a slide. The roof number is kind of hard to read, but you can read the side number just fine, so don't bother telling him to have to change it, especially since we're already mid-race. Might recommend it, though, to him for next week to maybe swap the number to a more readable color. Hopefully you guys, you guys hear me, right? Just want to make sure, do a quick mic check. Make sure you guys could hear me, because, yeah, right now, though, it looks like the 3 and the 08 battling it out for this race lead, and that's another driver looking to try and earn some points. Chiller, he's about, to be honest, though, these front 2, I say they need to earn some points, and to be honest, they do need to earn some points, but they also come in here as 2 of the big 3. They've got a fairly okay points gap to the next driver in point, or the first driver out in points, but they're still in a fairly good position compared to a lot of these other guys who have had not quite as good seasons on the wins sheet. Both these guys up here have quite a few wins, and to be honest, are probably going to be championship contenders come Michigan here in a few weeks. Now, I'm not saying all the big three are locks, not by any stretch of the imagination. We know Laggy was eliminated along with Liquid there from the playoffs last week. So it very well could end up being a battle of the big three and who. And right now it looks like, yeah, right there. There's your, to be honest, that's probably going to be the big four. And I think we really do need to call it a big four. I know I said the big three earlier, and that's kind of the NASCAR term. But really and truly, we have a big four. Sure, the 3, 9, and 08 have been dominating the wins column, but the number of top five, like the amount of consistency that Gull has had, his worst finish all season has been a 7th place finish. And I believe that was one of the races in the last round, but to be honest, he's been so consistent, I do not see him getting rattled here by just having an average finish. I think he can really, even though he doesn't really have the playoff points, I think his competitors that he's having to race, like Sleevey and JP, I think the two of them get caught up in just so much random stuff that in all honesty, they really don't have the best. I think they are going to need some outstanding results. Because they just have so much bad luck happen as well. Because it's really the question of, do you want to be consistent, or do you want to be the guy that goes out there and gets the... do you want to be the guy that goes out there, wins one race, and then finishes dead last in the next two and misses the playoffs? Or are you going to just run consistently as, the 22s are in the wall, along with the 95, and that's going to probably bring out the caution flag if I had to guess here. Let's see. Who's got... Wait, I think they caught the 64 actually put him a lap down. I think he's... Oh, and the 3 gets caught up behind him actually coming to the yellow flag here. I'll say they did kind of have to check up a little early though, because the lap cars were still there, but the 64 does go a lap down prior to the caution flag. He will get his lap back though by being the lucky dog. And now that cluster of 3 cars there, looks like 64 might have been showing some displeasure there to the 22. But here we go. They're all starting to kind of get up there and getting going. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this one so far. So yeah, just kind of looking around. So right now your championship slash playoff contenders run 1st through 5th, and then wherever JP is, which is 7th. So 1st through 5th, and then 7th. So the only driver in the top 6 that is not a playoff contender is the number 4 of Pulp Fiction. So that could definitely, and of course we know JP had that spin earlier, so that could very well be a reason for why he's back here, a little bit further back than you would normally expect, or not. But yeah, so right now he's just gotten to his pit stall. I would say you just kind of watch, but I think if you're on pit road, I think you're taking 4. I don't see a way that you take 2 tires here, though. It looks like that might have been what the 9 did, because he got off way early. I think the 9 might have tried 2 tires, so I guess we're gonna get to see how it goes here. Do 2 tires work, or are 4 tires gonna win the day? Well, not even gonna win the day, because we're way off from that being a possibility right now. I mean, in all honesty, we are a long way from the end of this race. But here we go. The pack's going to get formed up here on the back straightaway. So here we go. Everybody's getting formed up here on the back straightaway, going into turn 3 and 4 here as we get ready to go green flag racing this time. I'm just going to real quickly switch over from my wheel from what I was running and helping them run practicing qualifying. There we go, swapped over. And really quickly, just kind of a shout out to all the Patreon supporters here that help, to be honest, really are starting to help make the show possible, even or trying to help make it a constantly improving thing as we go back to the green flag. So not really a whole lot of time to shout out. I'll shout out again here into the next caution, but it looks like that might not be long. We got cars 3 wide in front, but we also had a bit of an issue towards the back there on the restart between JP and I believe the 68 is also slowing down. Yeah, so it looks like 68, or not 68, 64 slowed down. But here we go, the 9 car up the track. 10 car will take the lead. He has never won he has not won yet in his entire Fire Cup Series career, despite a runner-up in the championship last season. He's gone winless so far this season, yet to win, but definitely a contender there, Gull. Then Chiller, he's won a lot, especially entering the playoffs. He came into the playoffs with a ton of momentum with an all-star double points race win. And then you also have he also got a win just before it at Darlington, and then he won Talladega right afterwards, and that's his wins so far in the season. So that was the 08 really entered this playoff with a ton of steam. And I'm saying that steam really didn't cool off too much when we went to Watkins Glen in race 2 either. I believe he finished, I think he finished pretty well there at least. And say his win streak was broken, but then again, every win streak breaks at some point. Or at least, so the only win streak not yet broken is currently Dodge Dakota's 2-race win streak from the end of the last round. Not really sure what the 4 was trying to do there, but here we go. Everybody's kind of piling into the pits here. Everybody gets their pit stall. Looks like the 95. This is going to be really interesting, actually. I see the 95 and a couple other cars staying out here. I think it's a smart option, or I think it's an option that you definitely have, especially for someone like the 64 who was going to go right to the back if he had come down pit road because he was spun and was so far behind the pack when they were coming on to pit road. He really only had the option of either end up starting tail end of the field or staying out and gaining some of that track position. He will restart third. Problem is, though, you've got fresh tires in the 10, the 73 right there. So for a lot of these guys, I would be very worried for them if they do end up getting up there. Even I believe the 08 might have fresh tires, but I'm trying to remember if he came down. I think he did. Here we go, everybody. There we go. The 22 on the front row there just about got up there with the 95, and the 64 kind of jumping the start there and then backing out, realizing that he jumped it. I'm assuming there might have been a symphony of yelling about someone jumping the start there. But yeah, here we go. Coming through turns 1 and 2, though. Definitely a fun one so far. You got the 95 lead. Of course, you got the 2 stories of what could have been here as the 95 starts to drop back. But yeah, if the 22 or the 95 had been able to transfer. Oh boy, contact the 3 cars sliding into the outside wall, and that's gonna be a caution for sure. That's at least, I think, 3 cars I saw tangled up there. So right now Laggy leads it from the 73 and then the 08. Then you got the 4 and 9 side by side. Looks like the 4 will have the advantage going into 3. Coming off of turn 4 though, Chiller with a huge run takes the yellow flag as we have a wreck at the start finish line there, including the 9. Another wreck there, actually kind of solidifying the yellow flag. So there we go. Yeah, another wreck there, man. These guys definitely are not big fans of this race staying green, it looks like. So right now we got kind of at a standstill right now. So I really don't know what the plan or what the correct strategy is gonna end up being here. Of course, you've got the stage end coming at some point. I don't know if that's soon or not, because I don't actually know how long a stage at Atlanta is. I'm trying to remember what the stage lengths are. I think they're like 55-ish laps. But yeah, so you see the 10 car coming in because there's no pit speed limit, I guess. Here we go. Let's see, everybody's kind of looking for their pit signs here. And one car stayed out. Was that the 64 again? Yeah, the 64 stays out again. I don't know how well that's gonna perform though. The car looks like it's got a little bit of damage on the front of it, which that could very well be a problem for him. Here we go. The 22 though leads them off the pit lane with potentially a 2-tire stop, I think, but might have just been the fact that he was one of the few guys that didn't have to repair damage of the guys behind him. I mean, everybody else behind him had varying levels of damage to repair, so that could have definitely been the cause there, but just the fact that it was different levels of damage. Okay. So, here we go. Everybody's trying to get collected back up here for the restart. Oh, and 1 second. The controller has loose cord, so just trying to get this thing back going. There we go. Yeah, so the controller has a little bit of loose cord here. But here we go. Everybody's getting lined back up here. 22 has got to go that outside lane. Then the 9 and 08, 2 championship contenders. Then you got the 73 is actually up here. And of course that 73, he needs every point he can get because he's currently 3 points on the outside looking in. And with where Gull and JP are running, he would still be on the outside looking in. Only by about a point or two here. Then again, he's only looking on the outside right now by a point or two, so. Oh, it looks like Dodge Dakota's joining me? Or is watching me? What the? How's that work? Dodge Dakota's in the race as he goes 3 wide actually as I'm talking about him for that race lead. There goes Dodge Dakota. Gets a really good restart there as the 08 slides. Doesn't collect anyone. The race will stay green. Oh, never mind. Never mind. The race will stay green. Everybody decides to wreck. Okay. So right now the 22 and the 18, 2 of the guys that have had some of the, to be honest, worst results of the series so far, despite they've actually been 2 drivers I've actually quite enjoyed watching. So a lot of the time they bring a lot of the wrecks and some of the entertainment value here, but yeah, so here we go. Just kind of getting the whole field packed up here behind Dodge Dakota. Here we go. Everybody is getting lined up here, and we should be seeing, I believe pit road will be open this time, so we're going to see who, if anyone's going to pit. Here, we really haven't seen a whole lot of green flag running, so I would hazard a guess that pretty much the back half of the field might come, but the front half would stay out, and that's pretty much exactly what happens. As we see Dodge Dakota in the 9 stay out, the 3 stay out, the 4 stayed out, the 95 stayed out, and the 22 stayed out. The rest of the field did come to the pit road here, as we see Sleevey, who was actually your outside front row pole sitter, coming in, getting, it looks like he might have only done a splash of fuel and damage repair or something, because he wasn't in there very long, was he? Okay, I don't know who they're talking about, but no, probably Will Bob if I had to guess. Is who they're talking about in the chat, but someone is certainly not happy with someone new. And I don't know who that might be, because there's definitely been, there's 2 new guys here making their first starts tonight here in the round of 6. I don't know why we have new people starting in the round of 6, but here we go. So here we go. We got Dodge Dakota on the inside, Warrior on the outside. Number 4 is going to be starting in 3rd place, 95 on the outside. Then we got the 22, 73, 18, 10, 08, and then the 64 starting at the back. So we're going to have to see them as they're actually getting, they're already getting ready for that restart as they went for the green flag, and looks like they got really checked up really early on. Here we go, these front 2 kind of drag racing it into turn 1. It's kind of been a bit of a pushing game here. We've seen a little bit of contact and some guys ending up shoved down onto the apron and spinning after contact, so definitely going to have to try and play here. So let's see what we got. Looks like the 3 ended up in the wall there. One car goes sideways. And their 3 cars are piled up there. The 18, 22, 10 goes to the grass to make a daring move, and 64 is in the grass. Let's see. Looks like the 9 will take the lead as we go to the caution flag once again, so he will lead the field. Hey Blitz, how's it going? So here we go. Everybody's pulling up behind the is going to pull up behind the 9 here, as man, the number of heat cycles on the tires is something I would be very worried about, because the more we stop and go like this, the worse it's going to wear your tires on those restarts, even if in the end you really aren't having much for actual tire wear or much for green flag laps. To be honest, 1 lap, then caution, then 1 lap is actually worse on the tires than 2 straight laps, if you can believe that one. Because you're getting up to speed, you're potentially swerving, you're having to run your tires as hard as they can, rather than having 2 laps where, because I mean, you have the same thing on 2 laps versus 2 1-lap sprints. Problem is that you aren't giving your tires time to cool down and get cold. They would stay hot, and you wouldn't have that extra heat cycle where the tires would get cold and then be superheated right back up. And also you have that 1 less chance to spin your tires as well, which isn't necessarily a factor of having cold, or it is a factor of having cold tires, but it doesn't really change too much with the heat cycles, minus just how worn out your tires are in general. But here we go. Looks like the 9, 3, and 4 are coming off pretty much in pretty similar fashion to how they entered pit road. I think the 3 was 1 spot further back, the 4 was 1 spot further forward, but for the most part, this is exactly how they came onto the pit road, and they're going to be restarting the race like that. Looks like Dodge Dakota has decided to actually has elected to take the outside lane here on this restart, so interesting choice there for the number 9, the 03 there, sticking, or not the 03, I keep saying the O, because the 08 is starting 4th, but just the 3 is starting 2nd on the inside line. Then you got the 4 starting in behind the 3. So you got the 3 and 4 there on the inside of the track. Then you've got the 9 and the 08, who are teammates up there on the high side. Let's see. Coming to the green flag this time. Are they gonna get? Are we actually gonna get a green flag run in here? We might need to just take a page out of some of the sim racing from some of the other sim races that have gone on this week, even though they've been at short tracks, and do single file restarts, because maybe these guys just can't handle double file. Here we go, getting ready for the restart. Very slow field, and there we go. There goes the restart, and here they are. Getting ready. Let's see what's going to happen. Oh, and we got a wreck. Wreck in the back. Still looked like a wreck. Looks like everybody got out of it, minus the 95. Everybody got out pretty well, and here comes the 18 of JP, though he's got the 73 right immediately to his inside here. Now let's see. You got Sleepy who qualified second for the event, so he's going to be trying to get back up there. And the 08 goes sliding around, collects the 64 into the inside wall. And Warrior will lead the field to the yellow flag, it looks like. As JP is actually up to second. Wow, hey. JP's actually doing pretty good here. I must be reading the wrong script. That's definitely not what's happening. Oh, wait a minute. You're telling me that JP's actually running in the second position? I'm pretty sure you're watching the wrong race. That must be a different JP you're talking about. You're telling me that Never Give Up JP is running second? Okay. Well, this is a crazy world we're living in. Never Give Up JP is running second. And here we go. The caution flag is out, and we're going to have to see what everybody's going to do. Once again, I feel like it's going to be a question of, do you want track position or do you want tires? Of course, with the stages not being worth any actual points, I would probably say don't worry about the stages. Just come down pit road any chance you get to get those fresh tires. But sometimes you just need the mood booster of having won a stage or gotten second in the stage. I don't necessarily know that for sure because I haven't won a stage in a stage race, but that would just be kind of my initial thought would be that maybe if you've had a rough season like the 22 or maybe even the 18 has had, where maybe the season hasn't gone exactly your way and whatnot, you could definitely go and essentially improve your season by going out and winning a stage here. Now, I don't know, I have no idea exactly why the 3 stayed out, minus him just very much valuing track position here. Looks like a lot of people rooting on JP here. I would be watching for a wreck here somewhere. I know JP and the 73 have a bit of a troubled last few races. I think they've had contact in every race except for maybe Watkins Glen. I think they might have finally managed to find a race that didn't have contact, and then I think at Richmond, JP went and smacked the 73 again. Yeah, that's pretty much been the story of the race, has been wreck after wreck. But yeah, so here we go, though. Getting this one ready for the restart. They're double filing up. You got Warrior on the inside. Never Give Up JP on the outside. 73 of Sleevey there runs third. Fourth on the outside, you've got Dodge Dakota. Fifth, you've got the 95 of Liquid Dog. And starting sixth, you've got Gull. He's one of those guys that's on the inside looking out playoff-wise. So here we go. Green flag is in the air. And JP manages to take off from the second position and gets a pretty good lead going into this first corner. Now I guess we're going to get to see just how fast JP really is versus the field, because he was talking all night, or all day really, about how he was going to leave everybody in the dust. Does not look like he's got that kind of speed. He was able to get there on the restart, but the second we went green flag for more than half a lap. The 3 has reeled him right back in. Let's see if the 3 can pass him. I say he has some good one-lap speed. I'll give him that. He definitely has some speed off those start. I just think 3 and 4 are definitely his weaker turns, and there we go. He surrenders the lead there fairly easily. Doesn't really want to contest the position too hard for the first time ever. JP does. Yeah. And of course, and at the stage break, we are going to see, oh, 1 second. The controller came unplugged again because of loose connection. But, yeah, we will see at the stage break all the damage essentially will be fixed. At least anyone who repairs damage under the stage break, it will actually be visually fixed. So most of these cars here that look torn up aren't really. They're just, it was torn up from an earlier wreck and they've repaired it since, and just visually it won't repair because that's the way that NASCAR Heat 4 decides to handle it. I don't know why they don't decide to handle it. They actually used to only fix it on green flag pit stops, but now they only repair it under a yellow, automatic yellow. So if the game throws the caution, or if the stage ends, that will bring out an automatic yellow where the game will take over, and that will also fix their damage. We are not going to have any automatic yellows, but we will have 2 stage finishes, essentially, to graphically repair the cars. Physically, virtually, they're fine. I mean, the cars aren't actually damaged, really, for the most part. Here we go, challenge for a position here. The 22 and the 18, 2 of the guys that have had 2 of the rougher seasons there, battling it out. Let's see, it looks like the 3 and the 9 though are starting to gap the rest of the field though. That 4 car there trying to hold on as the next car and actually holding up the 8. Then you've got the 10 and the 73 behind them. But right now it's just all those 2 right there. The 9 and the 3 dueling it out. I'm saying this is real, and to be honest, and there we go. The 8 got by the 4, or the 08 got by the 4. But in all honesty, I think right now the situation could not be better for the championship 4. And it looks like, yep, the caution flag has come out for the end of the stage, so the stage will end, and we will have a restart here, an automatic restart from the restart zone. After, I believe, pretty much everybody's going to come to pit road here. Everybody's going to fix, hopefully, their damage. And we'll get to see a bunch of clean race cars again. So, stage 1 winner was Warrior in that number 3 car. Ultimately, 0 points awarded, though, in the stages, because stages aren't worth any points. But, here we go. Getting it all ready. Just kind of waiting for everybody. There we go. Everybody's made their decisions. Looks like everybody repaired their damage. Some nice clean race cars here. Getting ready to go racing here. And the green flag is back out, and we are racing once again here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. The number 3 and the number 9 are going to have to drag race it to turn 1. Looks like the 9's going to win out early on. And with no help coming from the 3. Oh! Contact the 3 into the wall. After contact from the 73, I think that might have been a little help there from the 08 or maybe even the 22. But man, that's gotta hurt though there for Warrior there, because he was running up there in the top 3 most of the day, and then just had that happen to him. As a good thing is that we do have another stage break coming regardless, so they will have a chance to pit, repair damage and all that, get everything figured out. Here we go. Everybody's starting to form up. Just kind of keeping an eye on everything that's going on here. Definitely looks like it's going to be a fun race, though. Hopefully you guys are excited at home, or wherever you guys are watching from. Maybe everybody's not home. Maybe everybody, well, actually, no, I know most states have the stay-at-home thing, so everybody's staying at home, right? It's definitely not like that's not doing anything, really. Looks like 73 might be a bit slow. I don't know if he's intentionally slow. Does not look like it. Might just be a lack of speed and momentum. So here we go. Number 3, though, leads the field, and to be honest, pretty dominantly leads the field as well. And that's something we've seen a lot, actually, out of the number 9 car here of Dodge Dakota. He's absolutely dominated the first half of the season, winning, I believe, 7 or 8 races so far. And as we're coming down to the championship, you gotta start thinking about winning races and leading laps, which is exactly what Warrior is actually doing right now. Leading laps, running up front, and winning stages as well, as he won your stage 1, and he will probably win your stage 2 unless something completely crazy happens. Okay, so right now, though, definitely looks like it's going to be a fun race, and we've finally settled in for our first real long green flag run of the night. Here's Dodge Dakota trying to chase down that disappearing 74 car that's disappearing, or 73 that's disappearing right in front of him. Basically making it very hard for him to catch up. So here we go. Definitely looks to be a fun race, though. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it here. Just trying to figure everything, where everybody stands on strategy at this point. So I think pretty much everybody pit under that caution flag at the end of the stage, so. And it looks like they might have, the 95 was around in turn 1, so that might have been the cause of the caution flag. So it just comes down to the 3 car slows down here at the line. Okay, so no, looks like the race is not green, or is staying green flag. Despite the rest of the field seeming to not think so. Everybody's coming into the pits. Looks like they've finally maybe got the 3 to realize that. Yeah, there we go. Here comes the 3 into the pits now. I don't know if he's gonna have to start tailing to the field or not because he didn't pit with the rest of them, but let's see what's gonna happen here. Okay, here we go. So everybody's gonna be coming off the pit road here. Looks like the 9 will beat the 08 off. And the 18 will come off 3rd. And of course that's 3rd to if anyone stayed out, but I don't believe they did because they all seem to be slowing down for the 9. And kind of letting the 9 lead. Now I'd like to see them maybe adapt it here and go for some single file restarts because clearly they've needed help with the getting the restarts off without a wreck or a caution flag to bring it out. So here we go, getting everything lined back up. We should be all good to go here. And here we go. The field is lined up 2 by 2 by whatever you call behind the second row. Looks like they're kind of lined up 3 wide behind there. And JP down to the apron. Come on, guys, really? You gonna form up like that? What on earth are they doing? Oh, and there we go. Looks like they're sorting it out. Looks like, how does JP end up? How did JP end up second on the restart here? Oh, and Dodge Coda left the party. Uh-oh. Does that mean did he lag out? Okay, I'm just gonna have to really quickly plug in the wheel because clearly. So the next time we lose connection for the controller, I'm just gonna switch over to the wheel again. Because clearly the controller is not being stable enough with it being on the controller. Here we go. And the number 18 leads it. And did Dodge Coda in fact lag out? Yes, he did. So Dodge Coda will not finish this race, and he is going to finish dead last. That is going to that is going to hurt his points finish here. It's gonna be possible for him, but right now you've got the two guys that probably need this good finish the most, the 10 and the 18, and the 73 even. All three of them are the three guys around that bubble line, essentially the three guys that aren't the big three that are still in the playoffs. Now, under the regular points format, I have decided to just kind of keeping track of that math. The 10 would be the championship leader. No surprise because he's yet to finish a race worth in the 7th, and he's shown up to every race so far. And only 2 drivers can say they've done that so far, and only 1 driver can say that he's shown up to all the races so far this season without a penalty, as JP got a penalty at the All-Star race, essentially halving his points from it. But here we go. Looks like they're going to come onto pit road here, and we're going to see literally everybody. No, 2 guys stay out. Looks like, who was that stayed out? It was the 22s coming in. That was the 73 stayed out, and who else? The 08. So the 08 and the 73 were the only guys to stay out. So here we go. Sitting here watching JP. Looks like he might have lagged out. Let's see if we can hear. Waiting for them to respond in chat to see what happened, because usually that's where they end up going to vent about lag outs and whatnot, is they'll just go to our chat and just kind of type. Yeah, lagged out. Sounds about right for him. He's had a few connection issues in the past that really relegated him to have this, and this finish really will hurt that average finish of him, or of his. That will relegate him to a 10th place finishing position. So I'm actually going to go put that in just to see what that would do to his average finish now that we know where he's going to finish. It is going to give him another top 10, but man, that is not the way to start off a round. Yeah, so that worsens his average finish to 3.5. Still the best in the league. Even without seeing where everybody else is going to finish and potentially improve records, I believe he still is going to be the best of them. Granted, when you win a lot of races like he's been winning, I mean, he's got 8 wins on the season so far. I think he's pretty much good. Well, he's good to at least kind of hang out and just kind of have the finishes that he's been having. But here we go. Green flag is back out. Well, granted, I say that. He's won 2 of the last 3 races. But he can afford to have a finish like this one and not really be too worried about the point situation, because, in all honesty, he is in one of the most comfortable positions in the league. Being the guy that has really nothing to lose. Let's see. Looks like we got a few cars wrecked and cluttered here on the front straightaway. So it looks like there's going to be another caution flag out for that. Well, I was just kind of babbling some stat nonsense. Here we go. The 08 leads them coming off the coming off to collect that yellow flag. Yeah, I still think, though, it's impressive to see someone with as many top 5s and top 10s as Gull has. Actually, I'm going to say, Sleevy's shown up to all but one race so far this season. And he has an impressive stat line as well. But I don't think anyone matches up to Gull's 17 races run. He's run 17 races. He's gotten a top 10 in all of them, worst finish of 7th, and 13 top 5s. I mean, that is unheard of levels of consistency. I mean, we have not seen this level of consistency before. Now, sure, Dodge Dakota, he's been kind of a loose cannon. He's not shown up a couple of times. He's wrecked and lagged out a couple of times. But in the end, he definitely seems to but when he shows up, he does have that winning pace. So, looks like the 08 decided to stay out. Looks like pretty much everybody else behind can't come in. And I don't know if that's going to make him regret maybe not coming in, and might make him pit the next time by to try and remedy that. Yep, definitely regrets it. I don't know if he was trying to come to pit road and missed it or what. But, yeah. Let's just say that he is not happy about that. Something there did not make the driver of the 08 happy. I don't know if he's going to go and pit or what, but we're going to have to see what's going to happen here. I don't think he ran out of gas. I don't think that's what he's talking about, though it very easily could be what he's talking about. So let's see. What do we got here? And just kind of looking, they're all getting formed up. So it looks like it will be the 08 on the inside, the 3 on the outside, 73 on the inside of the second row. Never go JP there in that number 18 on the outside of the second row. Inside of the third row, you got the 64 of Will. Then you've got on the outside of him, you've got the 10 of Gull, and that will round out your top 6. 95, 22, and 4 round out the rest of your field, and the green flag will be coming out this time. Green flag is in the air, and the 3 really got snookered there. It got out in front of the field a little bit and couldn't go until the 08 decided to go, and really just kind of let a bunch of people go in front of him, or go and pass him, including the number 18 who was able to get to the lead, but again, you gotta wait and see, is he gonna be able to hold it as the 73 goes around. Looks like he might have managed to only collect the 1 car there in that wreck, but the 08 gets by and will lead the lap there from the 18. So, yeah, JP has good 1 lap speed, but he really struggles once you get that first lap or so in the books, or once you get that first half a lap in the books. It definitely gets hard. Let me get Dodge Dakota an invite here. Recently, yes, on my friends list for some reason. Kidding me? How was he not on my recently play with? He was in the practice session just before this. Okay, someone, find someone. We're gonna have to do this real quick under the green flag. Sorry, guys. I'll try and keep you guys updated on what's going on. So right now the 08 still leads from the 18. Oh, I misspelled that. But you've got the But yeah, so right now though, it looks like the 18 running second, and looks like they might have actually slowed it down here. Yeah, it looks like they have slowed it down. The 08 leads at the caution flag. This will give me a chance here to finish off spelling this up. Oh, there we go. He joined the party. So now I can go and get him an invite a lot quicker here. So here we go. Under the yellow flag now, we're gonna be getting ready to run this one out. So here we go. And it looks like we actually had a bit of a split there. So I'm sure the 08's feeling a little better about that one. I'm wondering though, how many times is the 08 gonna just kind of let the car go green, slow back down, take the caution flag, get back in here. I'm actually gonna see if the driver if we can get one of the drivers up here in the booth. No, here. Let me see. Here we go. Just get to the messenger real quick as everybody's gonna be grouping up here. It looks like the 95 might have been the one that won the race off pit road. Just kind of waiting for a lot of them because right now they're all just. It's really hard until we see the green flag, and even after that, to know where everybody's supposed to be, because half the time they aren't there where they're supposed to be. Okay, so yeah, he is going to join us in the booth. Okay. So I'll give him the dial up, and we're gonna have Dodge Coda, 8-time Fire Cup winner, will be joining us up here in the booth here tonight. I'm gonna just bring him up here as we get ready to go back to the green flag here this time. So I'm just gonna send the dial out. Let's see, there we go. Dialing him up here as we go for the green flag, and there we go. JP gets that. Again, he's really good on that restart. Let's see though. Is he gonna be able to hold it in 3 and 4, unlike how he has been the last couple times? Dodge, you there?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Okay, are you in the race? Because JP is somehow leading this thing, and he's gonna lead his first lap of the evening here. Never give up. JP leads that lap, and just about almost takes out your teammate.
Yeah, I mean, it's very disappointed today. We had a very good, Mountain Dew Chevrolet. Very fast.
Still best ever finish. Ugh, sorry, bit of a sneeze there.
Very, very fast. Disappointed. We had a mechanical failure, and had to bring it down pit road. So.
Was it a mechanical failure like Gulls from last week, or from last week in Thomas Cup, where he had, I think it was his cat unplugged his Xbox on him?
Nah, ain't nothing like that. But man, I tell you though, it is crazy out there racing with.
Oh, and look! Oh, yeah, got a pile up on the back straightaway. Yeah, 22 round was involved there. 95 was involved.
Yeah.
The 4 looks like he might have been more heavily involved, along with that 62, or not 62, 64. Both the new guys there, the 4 and the 64.
Yeah, the 22 was involved. The 95 was involved.
I think it might have been shorter to list off the cars that weren't involved.
I know, we should have, couldn't we? I mean, I tell you what, that damn 95 Barstool, he needs to take that thing back to the hauler. That thing is wadded up.
Well, remember that at the end of the stage, visually they will repair the damage, even though they repaired under pretty much every caution flag. I think pretty much everybody repairs damage. It doesn't actually visually repair, except for under the stage finishes.
Exactly.
So for us, it won't look fixed, but I guarantee you they are fixing these cars. They aren't running around here with junk for cars.
No, every time they got a chance.
Except for some of them. I mean, some of them might just be running junk for cars, but that's just because that's what they brought to the track. Here we go. Everybody's coming down pit road, and oh, hey, look, the 9 already beat them all to the pit stalls.
Sure did.
Looks like the 95 and the 22 are both staying out, though I'm not really sure what the 95
I
is doing
have
right
no
now.
idea what the 95 is doing. Look, he's going backwards.
I'm not really sure what he was doing either. Did he need to go grab his beer or something, and the car is just rolling backwards down the hill?
I think you do got a point there, Ryan. I think he had to run back to the hauler and grab his beer. Or his fireball, you know, one of them two, so.
Okay. Yeah, probably. Here we go. Now he's got some pace to him. I think he might be... No, he's going to just go and bypass the pit road this time. I think he might have I think he might have lost a lap there due to due to him rolling backwards there. I think he might have almost essentially lost a lap there to the 22 stayed out. So I want to apologize in advance to the entire inside lane.
You kind of want to sit there and apologize to the outside lane. You see who's sitting in second on the outside of the front row. Everybody behind him is going to be playing up a dodgeball.
Who? You mean Gull?
No, I'm talking about JP.
He's 3 wide in the middle. He's in the 3rd row, it looks like.
Well, everybody
Gull
behind
there.
you is still under a.
Yeah, but actually, no, yep, never mind. Outside lane's gonna be the one in trouble because the car on old tires is in that lane. I was more worried about them restarting behind Laggy on old tires. But
there goes a 60.
looks like they were completely scattered anyway for the restart, and no one was right behind him. 95 got away clean. The 08 following.
Well, everybody looked pretty good so far. JP kind of run 3 up into the wall a little bit.
Yep. That's how it be sometimes.
Yeah. Oh, the 95.
Oh,
just
and
up,
95 up and over.
Behind. Turn off the floor.
Yeah, and looked like the 95 was having a bit of a staring contest there with the 22 there, Laggy.
I don't know. I think that, you know, that beard, you know, spilled all over his lap, and, you know, now he's had to cause caution.
Nah, to be honest, during that flip,
Go away.
Liquid saw the flip coming.
Yo-ho.
Flipped his beer can so that he didn't spill his beer, even though he flipped.
Yeah.
So here we go. It looks like, though, the caution flag out again. And does Laggy even dare stay? I can't imagine Laggy stays out after that one. I mean, he was kind of involved in that caution as well. I don't really see an option for him to stay out here.
I don't know.
But is some... Oh! Looks like, though, about half the field stayed out this time. Also, any thoughts on do the heat cycles? How hard do the heat cycles affect the tires, at least from what you saw out there tonight?
I mean, while I was out there, I think tires is really going to be a factor. I don't know about on a long run because we didn't really have a good long run car or a long run to find
A long
out.
run to tell who had the good long run
Yeah,
cars?
I do know. I was trying to, you know, just trying some different stuff out, and 2 tires does not work. 2 tires is not a good call. I think a 4 tire is gonna be a call here to win this race.
Okay, so you're thinking tires over instead of track position?
Yeah, I mean tires. I mean, I can't say no.
Because I've seen a couple of guys, well, actually, right now we've got about half the field that's stayed out under this one. And, of course, that means that they're going to be cooling their tires down right now. And they're going to be essentially putting more stress on those tires because of the heat cycle where you get them hot and then you cool them back down just to get them hot again on the restart.
Honestly, though, I mean, through a driver's hand and everything, I would not... If you run at least 3 to 4 laps on these set of tires, I would automatically come down and get 4 more. I mean, just...
I think if you run a caution lap, I think you pretty much have to come down for 4 more, even if you don't even go for a aggressive lap.
Yeah. So I mean, it's a toss up, but here we go back to green and.
Oh, and back to green, and there's pretty much immediately
And
contact between. I think that was the 10 and the 08.
yeah, that was my boss man. That was my car, car owner. he's in that infield. I think we are still staying under green as the 73's on the top and the 3's on the bottom. Here comes the Ford in the inside.
Yeah. And also, is the 3 car a Denny Hamlin paint scheme? Like, I get that it doesn't have the orange for FedEx, but all the other colors just kind of remind me of like 2016 Denny Hamlin.
I don't know. I mean, I think it's missing still one color though. I think if it has that one color on it, it'll look like, oh, the Warrior just donkey kicked the 73.
Yeah, but the 73 stayed right there with the 4.
Yeah, but he
with
donkey kicked
help,
him.
help from the 4. Yeah,
Oh,
that
the 73
really
cut the
can
4 off.
kill.
The 4's in the infield.
Yeah, 4 going for some agricultural racing
That's
right there.
That Phoenix line.
Yeah, and this isn't Phoenix. Not the last time I checked, we aren't in Phoenix. Otherwise, I really should have brought my cactus hat. If we were in Phoenix.
I tell you, that 95, you know, it's really, really glad to see him back, you know, racing with us and with this team, you know, with everybody back in here. We I don't know about, you know, all the other drivers, but you know, this driver here, you did miss him, and I'm glad to see him back.
As you've got only about, what, 3 more races left in the series?
Yeah, 3 more, that's it. But, you know, it's
so, 2 more DNFs and a win?
more, yeah, probably something like that. Yeah, similar like it.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That's about right. So, but I mean, I think this year has been more than anything. I think it's going to be what you was talking about beginning of the race earlier tonight. It's going to be, you know, it's going to be down to 4 drivers. It's going down to be to the number 9. It's going to be to the 08, the 3, and I want to say that 10 as well. That 10 looks pretty good here lately. I've been in a situation with him last year battling for the championship, and I won. So I wouldn't count number 10 out.
Well, I won't count him out either, but I will say that that you've got to factor in the fact that you've got that he also doesn't have a whole lot of those bonus points and is only about 2 points above the cut line.
Exactly. I mean, you know, anything can happen. You know, he can come out and you know, win this race and you know, automatically lock his way into the next round. So anything is different, and you know, I'm looking forward to see who can make their way into the playoffs.
Yeah, of course, who can make their way into the championship 4. Right now, I think it's really going to come down to what happens over, of course, the next 3 races, but in particular, I think this race is going to be a telltale sign because this is a very similar track to the next 2 we go to. All 3 are really tire wear races, with Chicagoland and Iowa as well being fairly rough surfaces. I've heard a lot of people compare Iowa to this track. It hasn't quite gotten to this point where it's like the 3 laps and you have to pit. And of course, it being a short track, you do want some track position, but you're heavily going to favor tires a lot of the time.
Yeah. I think how I look at Iowa is I look at Iowa like a Richmond race. It's almost identical like Richmond. It's very fast. I mean, you could run, you know, the top or the bottom in Iowa, but you can't really run the top at Richmond. But I think that track is majority of like Richmond. It's very quick. But I do agree with you, though, on the tires, though. That track does eat up tires. So does Chicago. Chicago's another track that eats up tires, too.
Yeah, it just kind of happens that happens to be the very technical round of 6 here.
Exactly.
And, of course, right now you've got the 3 guys that really need these points running right in together. You got the 73 just ahead of the 18, and just behind them, there's that number 10 car.
Hey, he's slowly coming in the picture. As we sitting here winding down on stage 2.
Well, points as they run right now, the 10, if they finish the race like this, would be 1 point of the good over the 73, and I believe the 73 and the 18 would actually be tied, only 1 point out of the playoffs.
See, what the 10 needs to do, he needs to focus on, not winning this race. He kind of needs to focus on being in front of the 73, being in the better position he is, and,
think about it. His worst finish all season. Oh, and that looks like that might have been the stage finish there.
Yep, may be the stage.
Yeah, but you also have to think about the fact that his worst finish all season was 7th.
True.
Your best finish prior to the playoffs, other than your boatload of wins, was a 5th place finish, followed up by a 9th and a 12th.
Which is not too bad. I mean, not too bad at all. I hope.
Well, as I say, it was very much supplemented by the fact that you got 6 wins prior to the playoffs.
Yeah, that beginning of the season, man, I
those 2 short tracks really early on, Martinsville and Phoenix, were your 2 really big blows.
Yeah, I mean, it just, it's different in everybody, so.
Well, the question is, do you have your short tracks figured out to the point where Iowa won't be a problem later in this round?
I don't know. We got a problem.
And JP will lead him to the green flag.
JP on the front row.
And the 3 immediately goes to the grass just to avoid JP being behind JP.
JP trying to get that lead from East Sleeve, but the East Sleeve gets it up.
Not gonna get
18
there.
Hits the apron. Look at number 3. He's trying to pick it in
now.
There.
I know I've been talking about it,
if
but
this was restricted,
has the 18 actually? Are the 18 and the 73 all good? Because I know there's been a lot of contact the last several weeks between them.
And
basically ever since that Darlington race.
The 18 just put the 8, the 3, the 10, the
they're all wrecking. Oh, and there goes the 18. All right, the 18's up in the air.
The 95 all around. That's about. What do you say? Half of the field? It might be on the field.
Yeah, I think that's everybody. I think literally everybody's gone.
JP took a hard hit that saved the barrier. I hope he's alright, man. Infield Care Center.
Oh, he's not. Yeah, he's not to the infield care center. He's still driving it.
He's still driving that thing.
He's tougher than you are. You didn't even take a wreck, and you're in the pits and head to the infield.
Yeah, I was pretty much on top of my roof tonight. Almost, but not quite. But I tried to save it, but it didn't work. The car lifted up, and I went over. But alright, Mr. Ryan. Well, I'm glad I came up here and joined y'all for the booth for a little bit. I got a long day tomorrow, man, and
yeah, I'm with you on that one. My day starts at 8 a.m. tomorrow, so
you a little bit earlier.
I'm not in too much better a position.
But hope have fun. I hope the 9 and the 19 can recuperate. For next week. Hopefully we get 2 good tracks coming up with both of ours, especially Iowa is one of our good ones. But hopefully looking forward to it and getting a win and get back in the playoffs. Even if we don't win, I do think I still have enough points that'll carry me over into to the next round.
Real quickly, I'm gonna just tell you where you were coming into this race, like above the cut line wise.
Okay.
Just so that you know roughly where you were at least coming into this one. Yeah, so you had a 21-point lead coming into this race, so you're gonna be okay.
10-4. That sounded good with me. I just gotta go out next weekend and hopefully win the race. Win the race. Excuse me.
Yeah, I mean, the win won't lock you in, but it certainly will do a lot of good there.
Exactly.
And actually, below you, it's actually a lot tighter than I thought it was. Warrior and Chiller, they are 10 and 8 points above. Still a fair amount above, but definitely not quite as many as good as I thought they were.
Exactly. All right, well, buddy, I will hope you have a good time up there in the booth. I'm gonna call in tonight and go ahead and put the car in a hauler and head back to Concord.
Okay, well, hey, just don't get blown away in the Windy City next week.
I know. I hope we do good there. Have a good night, buddy, and I'm looking forward to seeing you next week.
Yeah, we'll hope to see you actually finish the race this week or next week, and we won't have you up here in the booth, unfortunately.
I know. I hope not, but hopefully we can get everything ready and everything good and mechanic wise. So, but I know I know I have a good team. The owner.
Well, I would suggest trying to hire an engineer maybe in the off season rather than doing the engineering yourself.
That's right. I might need to do that. I might need to talk to my car owner and talk to him. But I'm probably not going to be here next year with this league, so it's going to be very very unfortunate. I feel be moving up to a more good league and more competition, more cars. But I'm going to miss.
Well,
I'm going to miss y'all.
And that's actually kind of the ironic thing is that the league's actually going through a change of ownership as well, and it looks like we're actually going to have potentially 20 cars next year on the entry list some of these weeks.
That's always improvement right there, with everybody. So.
Oh, and someone that was the 3 just went and completely drove over the 22 there. But yeah, so we'll see you though next week.
We'll see you. I'll see you next
Hopefully
week.
out there on the racetrack.
Yep. Have a good night.
Yep. Have a good night. So that was. Sorry. Okay, sorry about the technical glitch there, guys. Don't know. I might have hit my hotkey accidentally or whatnot, but yeah. So that was Dodge Dakota there joining us up in the booth. Hopefully you guys enjoyed having him here for that for the end of that second segment there. Dodge Dakota gonna call it a night, and Sleevey now leads it. Leads this one over everybody else essentially right now. The 18 as well, just kind of rolling around. A lot of these guys just trying to roll around and make the grade. So here we go. So yeah, so the points coming into this race, it was JP and Sleevey out by 2, Gull in by 2, Chiller up by 8. So Chiller in that 08 definitely still needs to earn some points. Same with the 10, but obviously the 10, but also the 3 still needs to earn plenty of points throughout these next 2 races. Yeah, essentially just for those guys, they can't have a catastrophic race like what what Dodge Dakota is gonna have, because this is our biggest field in quite a few weeks, and it just happens to be that it happens to come at everybody's essentially and it looks like Laggy's out too now. I don't know if he called it a night because it is getting up there in the time, or if he lagged out, but we're gonna have to wait and hear if we hear from him or not. Right now I would say that you've got those 2 purple cars that you've got the 3 and the 10 running right in behind that. Running directly in behind the driver of that number 73. Man, I'm tired. But we got a pretty good race though going on right now though. We got the 3 and the 10 dueling it out. And of course, just kind of waiting because of course a caution flag could change everything at any moment Right now, the real only chance I see for a caution flag, though, would either be the 73 catching lap traffic, and oh yeah, Laggy's Wi-Fi crash. So that was a hard crash for Laggy's Wi-Fi. Real unfortunate, but you hate to see it. But right now, right here is really the only opportunity I see for a crash to come from would be the 10 and the 3 pretty much would be the only cars really close enough on track to really crash, and even then I don't really see those two are really starting to kind of spread out a little bit. So realistically, oh, you got the 95 in the pit. If he popped a tire, that could be a really bad one, but we're gonna have to wait and see. Gets out to the pit road. Oh, and there we go. I think he managed to make it, or did he? Oh no, he's still having to back up. Man, that was a bummer there. That's gonna kill Liquid's night. I mean, Liquid might as well pack that one up, put that one on the hauler as well there. I mean, you have nothing left after a miss up like that, unless someone else has a big mess up like that. You're not gonna probably pass them. I mean, I would probably be putting that thing on the hauler here pretty soon. Which is unfortunate because Liquid has been really good throughout the season. And say he finished, I think like 5th in the regular season point standings. Missed out last race is the oh well, that's gonna be a caution flag. The 08 wrecked and the 64 was flipping. The 95 gonna be maybe even saved by that one. Not really sure if that's going to completely save him, but it will at least get him up there for now. Okay, so let's... Okay, so I'm just trying to add in points so I can kind of get them done as I'm doing them, but of course that has to be my hotkey as well, so I've got to be careful not to utilize it. There we go. So that there. So Dodge Coda after this race, or with just his points in there for sure, he is going to have a good bubble over the cut line, but of course everybody else still has points to gain, and they're going to gain something on him. Question is, how much, and will he be able to maintain his points lead through this round? He has 27 playoff points coming into here, so it's definitely not going to be a easy one to wrangle away from him. I remember last season we did transfer playoff points throughout the rounds, and essentially each round you had to earn your own playoff points. And then he went and promptly won all 3 races in the first round of the playoffs, essentially giving himself another 9 playoff points, and the only person with playoff points going into the next round. And that got him to the championship 4, and then the rest is history. So right now, just kind of waiting it out. Looks like it will be Sleepy on the front row. The 10 will join him, and then you've got the 18 running 3rd, getting all the way up there into 3rd place, lining up with the 3 on the outside of him. There we go. I'm just gonna go put the controller on the charger here instead of trying to make it work with the loose cord. Since I'm not using it anyway, might as well. But hopefully you guys are enjoying this one, though. Still, I know the broadcast hasn't been the most enjoyable. I had that little bit of a hiccup there, when Dodge was leaving. But here we go. The front 6 are grouped up really well. Just waiting for her. There comes the 95, and we should have one more car joining them. Will Bob should be popping up here pretty soon. There goes Will Bob. we go. Green flag is out. The number 73 gets out all good, and the 18 looks like he might be plummeting. I don't know what happened to the 18's one lap speed that he had, but now he's running fourth. As opposed to really going forward on the restarts, he's now dropped back a little bit. Maybe he's able to make something happen. Let's say he got by the 10, but he's still back in fourth place. Far off from the dominating win he was predicting earlier in the day. Prior to the race start, he was predicting a dominating win, and that it was going to be hard for everybody else to catch him. And there he goes into the outside wall. Kind of hopped it on the apron there for the number 18 Ford Mustang there. Don't think he collected anybody else. I believe this one will unfortunately be staying green on him, so he won't really get the opportunity to try and recover this, or he'll have to try and recover this one without losing a lap. Right now you've got the 3 and the 3 and the 08 and the 73 of your 1, 2, and 3. Once again, another really close one here. Yes, the 95 though, he's probably 2 to 3 laps down still after the caution flag that came out. Though it did come out at a good time because he didn't lose as many laps as he otherwise would have. Still not good though that he lost. You know, I mean, you never want to lose laps, especially in this short of an event. But here we go. Right now, though, definitely this number 3 car. See, oh, a little bit of a lag from that 08 kind of going and kicking the 3 back after. I don't remember if he was the one that got donkey kicked by the 3 or not, but we've seen some lag issues tonight already from interacting with that number 3 car. As the 08 goes for a spin, another 1-car spin there on the inside line. Man, that's a bummer to see. And he's gonna be rolling. He's not gonna come to pit road though. He is gonna stay out here. He's gonna, I think, try and race it out with JP. Maybe get racing with JP. Maybe there's a wreck somewhere else in the field that can help him out. Yeah, so far though, this is actually a pretty good race. Like, race out of race, I rate this as a pretty good race. Oh, man, sorry about that one, guys. But right now, here we go. We got the 73 running second there, or running second to the 3. Same place he qualified, though. The guy that got out, or that out qualified him, is already out of the race. The 10 trying to make it a solid night for him. Once again, another second place finish would be a great way to finish this one off. Of course, you got to remember, got to finish ahead of those other 2 that you're battling directly for points in front of. And oh, the 64 on the apron again. So JP out qualified goal. Okay. Just kind of looking at the drivers that out qualified different people. And oh, that's gonna be a caution flag there. Cars sliding through the grass on the front stretch. The 08, the 64 were both in the grass. Don't know who else was involved. Here we go, coming through. You gotta try and, all these guys trying not to wreck into the lap car there. As they all get ready to group this one back up, and we're gonna get going. Once again, we've been green for about an hour and a half now. well, we haven't been green flagged the entire time, not by a long shot, but the green flag came out approximately an hour and a half ago, and we've been here ever since. So at least we went somewhere sunny right now, because actually, to be honest, here's been pretty sunny. I know I joke about how it's like, oh, I live in the snow globe, but really, it's actually been pretty decent weather here the last couple days. So here we go. Everybody's coming down pit road. Of course, nice and sunny at Atlanta because they don't run a night race here, even though it's like 10:45 Eastern right now. So hopefully this race is pretty close to over. I'm hoping so. I'm sure a lot of the people well, I say a lot of the people watching. The 3 people watching are hoping so. I'm sure a couple of them might actually be drivers in the race because I don't know who else would really want to put up with actually watching the stream unless listening for strategy advice. Which even that, I wouldn't really take my strategy. I wouldn't take my own strategy advice. And the 64 wins the race off pit road. How on? Wasn't he one of the ones involved in the wreck? Did he take fuel only? Probably did that to try and gain back a lap because I don't know if he lost his lap or not from like where he wrecked. I think he stayed on the lead lap, but man, if he didn't, it looks like he's trying to gain back a lap. So I think maybe he was a lap down here. So here we go. Yeah, here we go. Everybody's getting grouped up here. So we got the 3, the 10, the 4, the 73, and then the rest of the field kind of grouping up now. So you've got the 3 and the 10 on the front row, 4 and the 78 or 73 on the second row. Third row is the 18 and the 08. Fourth row, you've got the number 95, and rounding out your field is that number 64. There we go. They're getting everybody into position here. 95 way to the inside there of the third row. Not really sure what they're all doing here. Everybody's trying to just move everybody around, and here we go, going to the green flag. This time, green flag is in the air, and they're racing in Atlanta once again here. Let's see if they can manage to get through this 1 and 2 all right. I think I heard a crash. Oh, yep, here it goes in the background. Massive pileup there. 08 involved, 95 involved, 18 also collected in that one. Let's see, who else we got still left? So it looks like the front 3 are virtually unaffected here. The 3, the 10, the 3, the 10, and the 4 all racing here pretty hard for this one. Looks like though no caution, or the caution flag will be coming out, so we are not within 5 laps to go somehow. Real quickly, I'm gonna just see if I can listen into everybody and see if we can get a lap count real quick.
Repair damage. I wasn't even planning on pitting.
Let's see if we can listen.
I'm gonna send it in
right
the
now.
pit,
Just
so.
kind of listening in to see if we can hear. How many laps got left to go?
Hey, Ron would care. I don't give a shit.
Send it.
So, well, if you want to get your lap back, you can not.
Already ahead of you.
Okay, so they aren't. I don't know if they're even. So I have no idea what lap we're on. That might have been a good thing to do with Dodge Dakota here. Would have been to get an invite back, or would have been to check lap count. But then again, we were still in the middle of stage 2 when he was here, so I would anticipate we probably have about 20 laps to go at this point. 20 laps sounds possible, so looks like the number 73 is going to come out with the race lead. No, from the 3, the 10, and the 4. So right now, I'd be pretty excited to be on that outside or on the outside of the front row, I mean. Not to be on the outside necessarily, but specifically to be that first car other than the first car on fresh tires, and to be on the and to not be held up behind the number 73. If one other guy had stayed out, it would not have been really that worth it, because then you're both behind, then everybody's behind lap traffic. But right now, there is nothing better than being this number 3 car right now. All you need to do is get an okay jump off the top side, hope the 73 spins his tires just a little bit, and then you go and make the pass. Okay, so once again, I'm just gonna quickly listen in on this restart to see if we can hear
Never mind.
a
Yeah, I didn't even think
a
about
lap
that.
count.
40 laps to go.
Hopefully
I'm
we
gonna
can get a
finish
lap
like
count here.
7th, so I'm dead last.
4 laps to go, it sounds like.
I need to get
Yeah,
12.
we're
Worst
we
you can
got
look.
42 laps to
Worst you
go.
can do is 8th.
Oh, 42 laps to go. Oh boy, we've got a long one left here. So, 42 laps to go. Sounds like, man, that is a long one still. And someone is really booking it from the pole, or from the, oh, the 95 looks like he is a bit behind. Looks like he might have been a bit behind, or that might have just been him shooting around the outside in one of his really shotgun restarts there. And, oh, 4 cars around after contact there. Now that's 73. He leads the race from the 10 and the 3. That's it. Once again, it's just that it's all about that competitive edge. Everybody wants to be up there leading those laps, and of course that is a very big confidence booster. But in all reality, I think for the number 10, he needs to be, if the 73 wins this, the 10 needs to be second. Like, don't take that the wrong way, but yeah, so right now though, I would say right now the 10 just needs to finish right in behind, if not ahead of this 73. Definitely looks like the 10 and 73 are gonna be dueling it out here for the final 40 laps here at Atlanta Motor Speedway here, and of course that's still a pit stop or 2 away. I mean, you're not gonna be able to make it on fuel. Probably not even gonna be able to make it on fuel one stop from here. Might be I think it's gonna be a 2-stop race for pretty much everybody. You might see some of these guys, especially that have been towards the back most of the day, try and pull a 1-stopper to try and get themselves up front and make that last minute ditch effort grasp for it. But I don't really see where the option is going to be available to them. I mean, I really just do not see much of a possibility for making it on 1 stop, barring caution flags, which of course could definitely change this up. To be honest, with our usual, I would probably expect a 4 to 5 stop race here because of 4 to 5 caution flags. And to be honest, if we get more caution flags than that, I think that's pretty expected as well. Everybody can hear me. I'm really paranoid, so I'm just yeah, they can all hear me, yep. Just got a little bit worried that no one's been able to hear me this whole time, and it's like, yep, okay, everybody can hear me. Nothing's going wrong. Nothing's going that tragically wrong, at least. Looks like the caution flag has come out. Right now, I would say if you're gonna try and stretch the fuel, come to pit road. To be honest, for a lot of these guys, if you exist, come down pit road. Here we go. 4 fresh tires for pretty much the entire field, I would anticipate. Let me just see if I can get a lap count real quick. So here we go. Everybody's coming to pit road here. We're gonna be getting ready for this one. Hopefully everybody's excited and ready for hopefully a good finish to what's been probably one of our better races, I would say. Not great. Definitely a fair amount of excitement. As I say, the racing itself has not been overly spectacular. But we have had a fair amount of chaos here. So here we go. Everybody's forming up here behind the front row here. The 2 purple cars on the front row. You got the 10 and you got the 3 and the 10 on the inside and outside respectively. Then you got the 73 and the 08 in the second row. Third row, you've got JP and it looks like Will Bob in the 6th position. 7th, you've got the 4, and then you've got the 95 in behind that. So, looking like it might be a pretty good one here. Hopefully you guys are along for the ride here to the finish of the race. Here we go. Going through the restart zone, but we aren't going at the restart zone. We go at the line, so once the field gets to the start finish line here, you're going to start to see them accelerate. Here we go. Green flag is in the air. And they are racing at Atlanta one more time here. Let's see what we got. They're going for it, and I'd say we probably have about 35-ish laps to go, which could very well be done, I believe, on one stop. I don't know about if any of these guys are going to be running a long enough green flag run to get the one stop versus 2 stop mattering here. And right now, oh, whoa, not sure what happened to the 10 car there. The 64 involved as well. And that's going to be 2 cars, and you're going to have another caution flag right now, apparently. Not even really enough time to really warm up the tires either. So, yet another pretty big wreck there, and here we go. Back under the yellow flag here. So, back under the yellow flag. Oh, man. Sorry about that one, guys. Again. Just really kind of hoping that the race does get over here pretty soon. The same problem is that cautions do breed caution, and we are under a caution now. The 73 and the 4 are staying out. The rest of the field coming to pit road. Let's hope I can get my lap count here pretty soon. Okay, looks like. Okay, so they're on lap 130. So I think we're gonna be here. We're gonna be done here pretty quick, I believe. I don't know what a 50% race at Atlanta is. Let me see. I think a full race would be 334. Divide that by half. If we're running half the distance, I believe we should be running 167 laps, which would put us at about 36 to go at the line when we go to the green flag. Okay, so yeah, so getting this one ready to go. 30, I'm just gonna commentate like we've got 36 to go. So 36 laps to go here in this one. Hopefully you guys are excited. I know it's definitely getting late for a lot of my East Coast viewers. Hopefully we got some West Coast viewers though sticking around here. And so we go to the green flag. And the green flag is out. And what's gonna happen here? No, let's ride on board here with JP. He's talked about how good his car is. Let's see what he does here. Goes inside it. Not really sure what the plan was there. And big wreck behind for the rest of the field, and that's going to be a caution flag. I'm pretty sure that was at least 2 cars involved. And that will bring the caution back out with 35 to go. So the caution flag will fly here as they take 35 laps to go. And oh my, I have no idea what these guys are doing. So 35 laps to go, and once again we're under the caution flag here, and we're just waiting to see. I guess the question is at what point do you start thinking that track position is going to be more important than tires? Because reminded, there are 8 cars in this race, and you do not really want to be have to pass all 8 of them to win the race on the final lap, or in the final laps. Hey, Keystone's here. How's it going, Keystone? Apparently we are still up because the race isn't over yet. 34 laps to go right now. So we got 34 here to go in this one, with the 73 and the 10 leading. And ironically, these two are battling it out in the points. So, I'm say a win here would swing the points standings quite a bit, as the 73 would become the guy looking on the inside, looking out, and the 10 would be looking to try and point his way back in, because that right there would put it at would put the 10 car 2 points out, and that would put JP even more points out. Yeah, I already talked about the merger. I already talked about the merger Keystone. Yeah, Dodge and I talked about that one when he talked about him moving on as well. I talked about the merger that and how the league's rebranding to URL next season. But here we go. We're gonna be taking 33 to go at the green flag this time. A lot of these guys, I'm sure, are starting to have to think tires versus track position. I really highly doubt you can do anything other than tires to win this race. But late in this one, you might want track position with like 5 laps, but you also want track position with when the 5 laps to go comes up and the no more cautions comes into effect. So, I heard someone sliding. Everybody all good? Okay, yeah, everybody's all good. Okay. I thought I heard someone's tires squealing from being slid, but maybe that was just from, oh! There we go. Here we go. Turn 3. A couple guys dive into the dirt here as they go 3 wide. Oh, contact. 95 up into the wall, and the 08 hardened the outside wall as the 08 goes flipping. Can we get a safety crew out there? Oh, never mind. He's all good. Never mind. Safety crew, go back to doing whatever safety crews do when there isn't a big wreck. The driver's fine. But here we go as the field collects themselves here with, I believe, 31 laps to go. I mean, I'm just trying to keep track here without really knowing, so. So here we go. Everybody's kind of coming down the pit road here. Let's see. Looks like 60, or it looks like 64 might be the free pass this time by. So 64 going and getting his lap back. Okay. So here we go. Everybody's just kind of rolling down the pit lane. A couple guys. Here we go. Couple guys coming off, and 73 looks like he might have stayed out actually. Might have missed that one. Might have missed when he stayed out there. So here we go. 73 just kind of waiting for the rest of the field to get caught back up here. I 2 in a row in Thomas Cup. I mean, with Talladega this week, anyone's guess. But if you're going to be able to get 2 in a row. Ow, ears hurt. Not sure why, but. Getting ready for the restart here, and we go green at the line. Green flag is in the air, and we are back to racing here once again with about 30 laps to go. Probably under 30 laps to go at this point. I've absolutely lost count again, so hopefully we get another lap count update here. Here we go. Anytime we see a big wreck and there isn't a caution flag, we'll know that there's less than 5 to go. But here we go, the 3 and the 73 battling it out. Oh, caution flag is gonna be out, and man, that one looks like it hurt for a lot of those guys. The 4 is in his pit, or is in a pit stall, not his, but he's in someone's pit stall. Here we go, everybody's kind of getting grouped back up together, and that was a big wreck. Yeah, yep, the 73 staying out definitely could stack up the field. And as I say, we haven't really seen too much of stacking up the field, more than we've seen just kind of guys jumping, trying to anticipate the restart, jumping it, and ending up getting in the back of guys who are kind of laying back and trying to play more conservatively. Yeah, a lot of these wrecks have looked pretty painful. We've seen a lot of airborne crashes today. Almost thought we were at in Indy cars here with how many airborne crashes I've seen. I mean, it honestly has seemed like more of an IndyCar style race, but here we go. The 08, who we saw upside down less than 10 laps ago, is now leading this race. And the 10 on the outside, the 95, is going to have to try and find a way here. I don't know how he's going to do it, but he's going to have to try and find the way around. go, getting ready to go for the green flag, and here we go, green flag one more time. Hopefully this is the last one, but something tells me that this will not be the green flag that ends up leading us to this checkered flag, though. There we go, there goes the 73, 18 in the wall, and that's going to be another wreck, and that's going to be another caution flag. 73 around again, 4-car involved, the 64 involved as well. Here we go, let's see, the bumper being put to the 10, that's going to get the, oh, and the 95 is going to drag it in there. Oh, and that pretty much robs the 8 of any sort of spot there with that wreck. He's going to lose a ton of spots due to that one. And of course, the following pit road visit will, I'm sure, lose him any spots he didn't lose there. So here we go, getting all lined up. Let's see what we got here. Looks like a lot of guys coming, but not everybody. The 73 stays out, the 10 stays out. This is what almost won the Tenna Championship of several short months ago. So here we go. Everybody's getting ready, getting it all lined up. Hopefully, we can get this one to go green now. Everybody's getting all lined up here. The 08 right around that outside. You're going to try and maybe try and find a spot to go around some of these cars that stayed out. Here we go, coming to the green flag this time. It's going to be a battle to see who can get this one. Who's going to survive here? About 25 more laps to go here. Let's see what we got left. We surprisingly still have 8 cars left in the field. Looks like one car ended up kind of stuck in the grass there. Another car spinning. That's the 18, it looks like, and the 3 that were both involved there. Though I think they might have been separate enough to where it won't cause any issues. But there goes the 08 as well. Another single car spin, and it looks like some of these might be bringing out the, I think those 3 spins there, that might bring out the need for the caution flag. And yep, it looks like it will bring out the caution flag. So 3 single car spins there definitely brought out, if not already. Here we go. we go. Everybody's getting ready for this one. Hopefully we can maybe get this one done on this restart here. So here we go. Everybody's getting this one loaded back up, and none of these cars look like they should be race winners. But that's more because we haven't had it's been a while since stage 2 ended. And here we go. Definitely looks like it's going to be a fun one here as we get ready for the finish of this race. A little bit of a looks like a little bit of a preemptive, just kind of door bang there for the 73 and the 10. Making a little bit, pretty much like a high five, I'm assuming, hopefully. Here we go, green flag's out. And let's see if we can get this one back. Let's see if they can get back to the start-finish line here in one piece. I think that would be enough of an accomplishment. The 3 car already making moves in that purple and black car, and from a distance, the pink almost looks orange. And there we go. Oh boy. Here we go. 3 and 4 wide there for a second there for JP. And there goes everybody. There goes the wreck. That's definitely it. That's the wreck. And let's see. Is that going to be what's going to finish this race off? Or not finish it off. I mean, they're not going to finish the race under caution. But is that going to be the end and they're not going to race it back out? No, it looks like they will throw the caution flag and they will re-rack them and get them going again. JP right in the middle of it yet again. Hopefully that is going to be a sign of more to come here. So let's see. I'm assuming top 3 look to be staying out. A couple of the guys involved in the wreck. Actually, some of the guys involved in the wreck aren't pitting. I don't know what the 73 and 8 and 08 are thinking. I mean, that looks like a massive yeah, so right now it definitely looks like, oh, and there goes the 95 into the wall. Nothing else new. So here we go, getting ready for the restart, and it looks like it'll be the 95 on the front row there with the number 10. So here we go, getting ready for this one. We got the field starting to pack back up. Of course, some of these guys are gonna have to start getting this one together. And pit crews, don't put away the pit equipment. You might still need that hammer. You might still need that sledgehammer and that roll of duct tape. That's about all you guys have to repair these cars. But here we go, racing here, and let's see. They're all trying to go everywhere. 2 cars way low on the inside. Not sure that's going to work out well. That will probably be a caution flag if they have the time left for one. So we're going to have to wait and see at the line this time if they're going to check it out or if they're going to continue to race it hard here. Yeah, it looks like they threw the caution flag, so we once again another caution flag out. So here we go. Everybody's just kind of coming off the pit road, and oh, 95 hits the wall coming off the pit road. That could be an issue there. Hopefully it didn't hurt his car too badly. Looks like the 10 might be trying to catch up. Oh yeah, there we go. So it looks like a couple of guys came to pit road. Looks like though the front couple might have actually decided to stay out from the looks of it. So here we go. Green flag is gonna be coming out this time. Green flag is in the air. And we're racing one more time here from Atlanta Motor Speedway. Let's see if we can at least get through 1 and 2 this time without the wreck. Nope! Turn 1, 73 is in the wall, along with someone else. I think that might have been the 10. Not really sure. Yeah, it looks like that was the 10 of Gull also piled up there. 95 just coming off the pit road now. Don't know if he's now lapped down or if he came to pit road as they were going green to top off and essentially to stay safe. Might be a smart choice to get 4 tires of fuel now. Especially as you know that they're going to be coming back to the, that first off, they aren't going to be going full speed through that tri-oval at 190 or however fast they're going to be going, but so here we go. Everybody's getting lined up here. I'm assuming a lot of these guys probably going to be lining up for that pit road and those 4 fresh tires rather than lining up to stay out, though maybe not. Oh, 64 into the inside wall. 3 cars coming in, 4 cars looking like they might be staying out. Not sure what the other one's going to do. Probably, yep, there we go. 4 pit road, 4 to lead lap. So here we go. Looks like the front 4s are grouping up, and it looks like JP has managed to survive, and he's still in 3rd place. So JP might be able to just survive this one out and get a good finish out of it. As I say, right now we're just literally waiting out, really pretty much just an endurance crash game at this point. who's going to be the last car to crash, pretty much is the question. More of a demolition derby than it is a real race here. Oh my gosh, this is just, I mean, I can't believe how many wrecks we've had. I'll be completely honest, I do not understand how we've had this many cautions, but, and with the fact that we're still double filing these restarts, we should probably have gone to single file like 9 cautions ago, with the amount of wrecks right off the restart in 1 and 2 that we've had, because obviously we can't handle going too wide into turn 1, at least not that frequently, so here we go, green flag is out, and that 3 car takes off and gets clear very quickly. The rest of the field I'm not really so sure about, though. Here we go. They're all over the place as the 73 goes around. And that's, looks like he's all good. The 10 car goes for a spin. They seem to have gotten, a little bit of contact from the 10 as the 73 goes by. Spins out the 73, and that's going to be both of them. Slowed back down as, wow, the 4 car caught the apron there, and the 95 absolutely plowed the back of him as he lifted to try and not lose his car. And here we go. Looks like they're going to be slowing it down yet again for another caution flag here. Here we go. So here we go. Everybody's just getting ready. Hopefully we can get this one wrapped up here pretty soon. Let's hope this doesn't happen in the... I'm just hoping this doesn't happen every week here from here on out. I honestly don't know why this has happened so much tonight. I mean, this is one of the easier tracks to not wreck at. I mean, it's a tough track on tires, and it's a very rough and bumpy track. But in all reality, it's not a tough track to drive. I mean, it's got probably 2 to 3 very usable lanes. So if your car is not handling well in one of them, try a different lane. But apparently that's too complex, and yeah, right now we're just waiting on all this, and it might actually be midnight before this race actually gets done. And the fact that that's even a possibility is ridiculous right now. But here we go. Everybody's going to get grouped up here. Looks like only about 2 cars came to the pit road. The 2 cars primarily involved in the wreck, it looks like. The 10 and the 73. The rest of the field going to group up here. And the 18 on that outside of the front row could this potentially be JP's night to go and get that one. And now that I've said that, JP will certainly not win this. So, there we go. You're welcome, JP, for just jinxing you, but yeah, could tonight be JP's night? Probably not. But maybe. Maybe, just maybe, somehow all the cards will align here, and JP can get the jump start of his life to not get called for it to win this one. Gets taken 3 wide, though, by the 95. That takes any sort of run he would have had away. If he'd been able to get a push from that 95, he would have absolutely flown to the front. But that's now going to relegate JP to the 3rd position here, as they all make it through turns 1 and 2 without a wreck so far. So that's a very rare thing to have happen here. We got through turns 1 and 2 without wrecking. Here we go, turns 3 and 4. They also get through without wrecking. But here we go, the 8 car looking to the inside on that 3. This is going to be our first time we got into a 2-lap run here in a long time. And the number 18 looking for the 2nd spot here. Looking way down to the apron, not sure where he thinks he's going there. The 3 and the 10 both go to the outside on the 18. 18 trying to hang it tough on the inside. say, he does seem to have some pace. He just doesn't seem to have a clue what he's doing. It's like, I want to give him props. He's got some speed tonight. He just doesn't seem to have a clue what he's doing with it. But yeah, and then of course the next two races in this round are also very tire wear heavy. So I feel like we could see a couple races very similar to this one. Hopefully less wrecks in the next two, but I really don't know. We've got Chicago, and then we've got Iowa. And it looks like, is the caution flag out? Or did the race end? Oh, looks like the race might have ended. So, oh, yep, there we go. We have the finishing results. So the race is over. The race winner, let's see, who won it? I do not know who won it. It was Chiller. So Chiller won it over Warrior, Gull. JP comes home 4th, Sleepy 5th. Pulp Fiction gets 6th. 7th is Will Bob. Then 8th, Liquid. 9th, Laggy. 10th, Dodge Dakota. And that will round out your entire 10-car field. So, massive congratulations there to Chiller and to the 4 people who stuck it out through the entire stream with us. Thank you guys all for sticking with us here throughout the entire thing. Of course, remember, if you guys did enjoy, feel free to check out some of the links down below for ways that you guys can support the channel, or go click on some of the other videos on the channel. If you guys want to go support the channel, that's another great way to do it. Go and check out some of the other videos on the channel. Definitely plenty of good content, and I'm also working on some other content. I'm working on some of the Let's Plays as well as some other longer form content, so hopefully you guys have enjoyed this one here. This was definitely some longer form content. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed, though. Thank you guys all for watching, and hopefully you guys enjoyed. See you guys in the next video, stream, or whatever you guys decide to do with the rest of your night.